Well, as I said, I'm going to be very balanced when it comes to Liz Truss as Prime Minister. Criticise where I think it's necessary, but also praise where she stuck to her guns and delivering campaign pledges. And certainly on the issue of taxation, she seems to have reiterated now a number of times that she is going to be slashing taxes across the board. As I pointed out recently, you know, when you look at public opinion on this, a majority of the public now, and that has increased from February quite markedly, do want to see tax cuts, do want taxes to be lower than at present. And of course, we've got effectively a mini budget on Friday, which is a big opportunity for Truss and her Chancellor, Kwasi Kwarteng, to deliver her campaign pledge to slash taxes. And this is clearly an issue that, despite some people trying to put pressure on Truss not to be radical, and I think she needs to be very radical actually, she on this certainly doesn't seem to be U-turning, to the point where she said she is prepared to be unpopular.
You're prepared to be unpopular, aren't you?
Yes, I am. What is important to me is that we grow the British economy, because that is what will ultimately deliver higher wages, more investment in towns and cities across the country. That is what will ultimately deliver more money into people's pockets, and it will also enable us to fund the public services like the National Health Service. And in order to get that economic growth, Britain has to be competitive. And if we put up taxes, if we have arbitrary taxes on energy companies, if we have high corporation tax, we're not going to get that investment and growth, which will ultimately damage opportunities in this country. We are in very difficult economic times. We're facing Putin's war in Ukraine, which has pushed up the prices of energy. We've also got the aftermath of COVID. I'm determined that my government takes every step and strains every sinew to help people, to get the economy going, to make sure that we have a successful economy and country that can weather this very, very difficult storm that we're facing.
No, I think that's quite refreshing actually, and I think you have to, as a leader, make decisions and be absolutely clear that you're sticking by your principles and intend to deliver what you pledged. Another issue that I personally feel very strongly about is the prospect of new grammar schools. I think if you open them up in deprived, poor areas first and give working class kids the best possible opportunity of getting on, of cracking on in life, that is a marvellous, wonderful thing. Indeed, when you look at areas like journalism, for instance, and this is reflected in a lot of the media coverage, it's actually gone backwards in terms of social mobility in the amount of working class kids in journalism. It's now utterly dominated by people from quite affluent backgrounds. And so when it comes to the prospect of new grammar schools, Truss was asked about this and reiterated again her desire to see new grammar schools open.
How about grammar schools? Upskill, help people get a better education?
Well, I have said that I would want new grammar schools to be able to open across the country. New free schools, I think it's really important that we have the maximum choice for pupils and parents to get the best possible education.
Yeah, quite balmy to me that the Conservatives have gone along with this ban on grammar schools for so long. That, along with cuts to tax, I think, are two areas where Truss seems to be sticking by her principles. And if she pushes ahead and is radical in cutting taxes and expanding at grammar schools across the country, that has the potential to be a game changer that I think will win her a lot of public support. Let me know if you agree with that in the comments below, and what you make of what Truss had to say in those clips. As ever, I'll keep bringing you the very latest, so please do whack this video a quick thumbs up. Do sign up to my newsletter. I'll put a link in the top pinned comment, and of course, as ever, cheers for watching.